Welcome to a new episode of the Radiant Woman podcast. I'm Georgiana, and today we will speak about honesty, our best protection. We are all on a path of evolution, whether we know it or not. We aspire, especially when we consciously have chosen to do something about our self-development, no matter if it is yoga, meditation, whatever type of spirituality and self-development. The focus, the goals with our self-development and transformation is to discover who we really are, to become our true self, to reach what it is called, for example, in the spiritual tradition, self-realization. Where comes into picture honesty? Everywhere. Because as human beings, we are complex. We have a physical body, we have an energetic body, we have a mental body, we have a so-called spiritual body. And we can look at our components from another perspective. We have the ego, we have the mind, we have the soul, the spirit. So when we start our transformation, we need to stop making compromises. And the compromises we make come out of, for example, fear, out of ignorance, out of misunderstanding. We have different patterns, inlearned patterns, that we have used them for our entire life. We learn them in childhood, depending on our family situation. We have in place like a subconscious program or programs actually that run there in the background all the time. And honesty means to start becoming self-aware, to acknowledge whatever it is inside of us as subconscious programs, as tendencies, as pattern, as emotions and thoughts. And we need to, of course, one important step is to recognize we are not that. We are not our emotions, we are not our thoughts, we are not our patterns, we are not this mental construct of a structure that we call, for example, ourselves. Ego is the one that does its best, because it is, let's say, work description, job description, does its best to keep us into an illusion. It keeps us into an illusion about who we are. It keeps us into illusion that, for example, we are limited, we have only so many years to live, we cannot do this, we cannot do that, we suffer, somebody else did something to us. It's a whole personal story that the ego is mastered at constructing in such a way that we are its slaves. So honesty is fundamental in recognizing, acknowledging, accepting how we function. And we have wonderful aspects, wonderful qualities, wonderful attributes that we manifest. But you also have the, let's say, the dark side of the moon in our psyche, in our structure. So honesty is our best protection, because honesty, and honesty with us, we started with us, it will protect us from lying to ourselves. And we don't do it on purpose. It's not like we are mean people and we lie to ourselves just because we are mean. We lie to ourselves because we have these subconscious programs in place, and they keep this false image of who we are. They maintain a false state of, for example, stability or safety, These lies we tell ourselves helps us cope with reality. And when it comes about reality, we have aspects in it that we like, and there are aspects in it that we don't like. So what we like, we want more, we want to attract it. There are even entire programs, The Secret, the Law of Attraction. And that is really not what we really want. That's another podcast episode, that's another discussion. And we have the aspects that we don't like, and we reject them, we push them away. And actually, for both of these two aspects, we lie to ourselves why we like them and why we dislike them. The answer is almost the same. We like or dislike life and what life brings to us because we want things, life, people, situations to be the way we want that to be, so that we feel all right. And this will create a whole mess for ourselves. To be honest with ourselves, believe me, it takes a lot of courage, and it's not easy, because you will simply have to face how you really are, not how you would like to think that you are, not the way that you would like others to perceive you or think of you. Just take a minute, less than a minute, take a few seconds and think how much energy, how much effort you put into shaping a certain image about yourself so other people will like you, other people will love you. We all long for happiness. We all long to be loved. We all long to have people who like us. And in order to achieve that, in our childhood, we learned different patterns, how to manipulate reality in order to get what we want. That will simply lead to numerous problems, because as long as we keep lying to ourselves, we will create an illusion that will constantly have to maintain, so that it will constantly safeguard our false sense of stability. And because we lie to ourselves, do you think that we will be honest with others? Of course not. We will offer others our notion of truth, our notion of what it is, because we simply build very thick glasses with very thick lenses, and the lenses are also having different colors depending on our wants and wishes. When we start being honest with ourselves, and it is almost experienced like an inner death, or I put it a little bit lighter, I used to joke and call it emotional striptease. When you start doing emotional striptease, it is not easy at all, because you will put light on everything that is inside of you. All the manipulation tactics, all the my will be done, all the lies you come up with. There is so much energy and effort in trying to manipulate reality so that it will be how you want it to be, that is almost ridiculous. We need, therefore, to decide, but it requires a lot of courage, that we stop doing that we become honest, first of all, with ourselves. Forget about others, forget about what we tell them, what they tell us, that we lie to them or they lie to us. Forget about it. Start with being honest with yourself. Ask yourself the question whenever you do something, whenever you feel something, we can ask ourselves, why? Why am I doing this? What is actually my intention? What's my purpose? Why I am saying what I say, why I am behaving the way I behave, why I am doing this. And when we go layer by layer, deeper and deeper inside of us, we will discover these inner patterns that we build up as a defense mechanism since we were kids, since we were sometimes even infants, because we pick up the information from our environment and we learn very quickly how things are done. As kids, when you are not kids, infants, for us everything is happiness, joy, it's wonderful. We feel loved exactly as we are. We don't have to pretend. We are loved, we bring joy to others and happiness, they love us for who we are. And then when we grow up a little bit and we become kids, we start feeling more and more that, if I am just being me, myself, that's not all right anymore. Either I am punished or I make somebody sad or. So as kids we learned, unfortunately, different types of strategies and coping mechanisms so that we continue to receive this unconditional love we got once upon a time when we were babies. So our entire life is built around these strategies in which we put up a mask and we behave in a certain way so that we can be loved just the way we are. This is one aspect of it, which is sad as it is enough. Even sadder it is the fact that we convince ourselves, we become convinced by this notion or idea that how we are, who we are, is not good enough. We need to be somehow different, better, nicer, more intelligent, perfect, I don't know. All of us, we have built our own strategy that took us so far in life, just in order to receive this unconditional love. So, alongside honesty with ourselves, in which we start seeing these patterns, we start seeing these strategies, we start seeing this fun house we have inside of us, in which now we are happy, now we are sad, now we are content, now we are discontent, now we are high, now we are low. Alongside the honesty to see what is going on inside of us, we also need to work with the ability to love ourselves, because our entire life we have practiced, we have trained, we have convinced us that the way we are, it is not good enough to be loved. We need to be somehow else. We need to put a mask, play a role. We need to play a role because the way we are, not good enough. It will not offer us unconditional love. And as long as we do not do something about the way we perceive ourselves and the way we love ourselves, we will attract. By the way, I mentioned the law of attraction a little bit earlier. What do you think we will attract? We will attract people who will prove to us, but not because they want to. They will prove to us that we cannot receive unconditional love the way we are, because we trigger each other's patterns. We trigger each other's previous wounds, but they also work as a mirror. So when we decide that we will have this raw honesty or courageous honesty with ourselves, we will start spotting, we will start seeing more and more often these patterns, our tendency to manipulate reality, basically, in order to get what we want. And we will have to let go, let go, let go. Be aware and let go. And accept the fact that even if we are not perfect, still we can receive love. Why not? Otherwise, if we don't do that, the ego will continue with its race of manipulating reality to make it the way we want. And one of the best strategies, weapons that the ego has in its arsenal are lies. We lie to others, but also self-deceit. We lie to ourselves. We paint a picture of reality to fit what we want. And this is doing exactly the opposite of what we want when we are on a transformational path in which we want self-development. So the moment we start being honest with ourselves, that will protect us. This is why I said the honesty is our best protection. It'll protect us against self-deceit, making the illusion even thicker, even broader, even bigger. And you will discover, I'm also in the process, you will discover, when you discover your true self, that you are absolutely wonderful, amazing. You are a manifestation of the divine in a unique manner, that you have a unique role to play here. You are like, I said this before in other episodes, you are like an instrument in a cosmic orchestra that plays its part, its role in this wonderful symphony. But without honesty, we will never make it. Because, for example, you can start practice spiritual techniques and you start having spiritual experiences. Better is to have spiritual, not experiences, but to be in a spiritual state. So you start having different spiritual experiences and high states, peak experiences as they are put in the spiritual community. And at a certain level, maybe you'll really manage to deceive yourself in believing this is it. This is the highest level a human being can ever reach. So it's a big risk, deceiving ourselves, lying to ourselves, not being honest. We can really deceive ourselves and block our evolution when we are not even close to the top, because we believe, we lie to ourselves and we convince ourselves that this is the highest level I can reach. Look at me, I reached nirvana, or whatever you want to call it. So the honesty we need to have it our entire transformative path all the time. And you don't have to do it as you are a general punishing the soldiers who make mistakes. This is not right attitude. This is also the ego playing tricks. So honesty, you can do it with a lot of compassion and understanding, because you understand the mechanisms, you understand the fact that our entire life we put into place patterns, coping mechanisms, strategies in order to handle reality, especially when we don't like it. And this is why we paint a certain picture of it, so that we can handle it, that we can cope with it. Instead, what will happen if we simply accept it as it is? What do you think it will happen? Just take a second to feel. What do you think will happen when you really accept reality as it is? Because reality, you cannot You cannot fight reality. It is. So rather than fight it, better enjoy it. It is a wiser approach that will make you enjoy the ride instead of ending up with bruises because we resisted. So reality is what it is. Instead, accept it, let it come in, teach you the lessons actually we have chosen before we came here, and let it shape you in a very beautiful, divine manner, so that you can come back to you, come back to your essence, come back to who you really are. And honesty is our best protection on the path, because it will protect us against self-deceit, which is one of the biggest issues we have, especially when we decide to work with ourselves on the path of self-development. And then when we will be able to do that, to be more and more honest with ourselves, you can also have it as a homework to be honest with others, but not in a manner that you'll say the truth, knowing that you will hurt that you will do damage. You will not say the truth with the intention to hurt somebody else. You will simply be saying the truth because you cannot accept lies anymore and deceit anymore in your life, because you don't want to make the illusion even thicker than it is. It's a bumpy journey, it's a difficult journey, but it is worth it, because when you do that, you will actually get back your essence, you will get back to you, you will become more and more you, who you really are, instead of maintaining this mask, this costume, this role, this persona that we invest so much energy and time in it, just in order to feel that we handle reality a little bit better. Let me know if you, in the comments, if you know one single person who succeeded by self-deceit and lying to others to reach his or her own essence. And if you know such a person, please let me know, because I'm very curious if somebody like this really exists. Until next time we meet, I wish you a wonderful end of the weekend. And if you felt inspired, please share it with others. If you like it, please show it by pressing the like button. Take care.